Hello children, today it's Thursday and we have returned back to our ALR class. Today again we'll be doing with the chapter A Country Christmas. Now the first part was for your reading assignment. I have sent you all 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. These 3 pages and also the 4th page was there for reading. Now I told you all to read from any one page and send it to us. Okay, since that's done, now we'll be coming up here to page number 23 of your book. Here. Yes, this page now. We'll be starting from this page. This page will be dealing as our unseen comprehension part. Now, from here, since I told you all last day that from the next day when I do unseen comprehension, I will not explain you all the parts. So that you all do not have any problem, I am just reading the part for you all and I'll tell you all the questions which are going to do from this part. Okay? Now see here. They were hardly tucked in when Saul appeared with a valise in one hand and a large trunk on his shoulder, swinging both onto a wood sled that stood nearby as easily as if they had been handbags. That is your hero, is it? Well, he looks calm and comely, taciturn and tall, said Emily in a tone of approbation. He should have been named Samson or Goliath, though I believe it was the small man who slung things about and turned out the hero in the end, added Randall, surveying the performance with interest and a touch of envy. For much pen work had made his own hands as delicate as a woman's. Saul doesn't live in a glass house, so stones don't hurt him. Remember, sarcasm is forbidden and sincerity the order of the day. You are country folks now, and it will do you good to try their simple, honest ways for a few days. Sophie had no time to say more, for Saul came up and drove off with the brief remark that the baggage would be a long right way. Being hungry, cold and tired, the guests were rather silent during the short drive. But Aunt Plummy's hospitable welcome and the savoury fumes of the dinner awaiting them thawed the eyes and won their hearts at once. "Isn't it nice? Aren't you glad you came?" asked Sophie, as she led her friends into the parlour, which she had redeemed from its primness by putting bright chintz curtains to the windows, hemlock boughs over the old portraits, a china bowl of flowers on the table, and a splendid fire on the wide hearth. It is perfectly jolly, and this is the way I begin to enjoy myself," answered Emily, sitting down upon the homemade rug, whose red flannel roses bloomed in a blue basket. Now from this page, I'm telling you all, the questions which are going to solve. Question number 1 is describe Saul's first appearance. Question number 2 is how were the guests won over. Question number 3 is how was Sophie's parlour decorated. And question number 4 is describe the rug where Emily was sitting. These 4 questions from this page. Now the next page here. As I read it, If I may add a little smoke to your glorious fire, it will be quite perfect. Won't Samson join me? Asked Randall, waiting for permission, cigar case in hand. He has no small vices, but you may indulge yours, answered Sophie, from the depths of her grandmotherly chair. Emily glanced up at her friend as if she caught a new tone in her voice, and then turned to the fire again with a wise little nod, as if confiding some secret to the reflection of herself in the bright brass indiron. His Delilah does not make this form. I wait with interest to discover if he has one. What a daisy the sister is! Does she ever speak? Asked Randall, trying to lounge on the haircloth sofa, where he was slipping uncomfortably about. Oh yes, and sings like a bird. You shall hear her when she gets over her shyness, but no trifling, mind you, for it is a jealously guarded daisy and not to be picked by any idle hand, said Sophie warningly, as she called Ruth's blushes and Randall's compliments at dinner. Now from this page you all are going to do some make sentences. What are those? Number 1, grandmotherly. Number 2, uncomfortably. And number 3, compliments. These 3 words you are going to write sentences on your own. Now coming up here, the last part of the chapter as I read. I should expect to be annihilated by the big brother if I attempted any, but the sincerest admiration and respect have no fears on that score, but tells us what is to follow the superb dinner. An Applebee, spinning match, husking party of primitive pastime of some sort, I have no doubt. As you are new to our ways, I am going to tell you rest this evening. We will sit about the fire and tell stories. Aunt is a master hand at that, and Saul has reminiscences over the war that are well worth hearing, if we can only get him to tell them. Ah, he was there, was he? Yes, all through it, and is Major Bassett, though he likes his plan name best. He fought splendidly and had several wounds, though only a mere boy when he earned his scars and bars. I am very proud of him for that, and Sophie looked so, as she glanced at the photograph of the stripling in uniform set in the place of honor on the high mantelpiece. We must tear him up and hear these martial memories. I want some new incidents and shall book all I can if I may. From here, children, you all are going to find some antonyms and some synonyms. Now, what is an antonym? An antonym is an opposite word and synonym is a similar meaning. We all are going to find out the synonym of sincere and the synonym of primitive. And you all are going to find the antonym of fought and the antonym of new. What is the antonym of fought and the antonym of new? Okay, so this much for today, and we shall be coming up again for our next class. Thank you.